Now it's time to talk about an anime that is so out there that it's crazy how much is out there. I kid you not. I've been meaning to do my must watch of this season, and I guess I'll start off with this one. Something that's completely off the walls, crazy. It's just, it's nuts. Pretty much, it's freaking nuts, is what it is. And when I first saw it, I was like, nah, I don't even watch this, man. This would be some terrible isekai trash. But then you gotta remember, the trash isn't always so bad. Now, this Studio Palette, only has three anime under its belt. You know, one looks very childish. One is the world's finest assassin, gets reincarnated as an aristocrat, which was pretty decent for an isekai. Now this is its second isekai, called kamikatsu, working for God in a godless world. Now, when you first see the first part of this episode, it's about a dude who hated his life because his father was the leader of a cult, and he had been, outlisted from society because people thought he was weird because, stay away from cult people. They're freaking weird. So because of that, he hated life. And to the point where his father put him inside some sort of barrel and put him at the bottom of the ocean where he died. There he made a wish, wishing that he would be reborn into a world where the gods and religion does not exist. So he wakes up in this new world in the most unique ways. Unique ways ever. And here he was expecting to be a power fantasy where he can be strong and go on adventures and do guilds and learn magic and stuff. But none of that. He gets none of that. But there are beasts out here. Freaking weird beasts. I mean, all the beasts here are CGI. But it's the worst CGI you've ever seen in your life. It's freaking PS2, PS1 probably CGI. And it's just looking at one of the creatures staring at you is like staring inside your soul. And it's like, yo, man. But for some reason, this anime kept drawing me in. Especially towards the end. When the ending gets a little dark. Seems like the group that he's with is called the isolation camp areas. It seems like these areas are all over the world, where there are people who are exiled from the kingdoms because they have different features compared to the people inside the kingdom, which is, you will understand as time goes on. Now, the boy went to go rescue some of his friends, but failed miserably, and as last wish, he prayed for this god, if they do exist, to help save him and his friends, which this god Mitama did. She is a lowly god. Why is she a lowly god? Because why the F not? Many people believe it's because she is very low worship. People say the greater your worship, the bigger and more adult like you are. And the less your worship, the more childlike you are. So that's the reason why. She comes down, completely devours and destroys everyone around her, and revives him and his friends. And now he is worried about this place coming back to attack. So he's trying to get this god strong enough followers. Yes, right, followers. So that he can protect this village. Now, this seems like a simple enough premise, but there's always more behind the scenes. With the gods, the world itself, why isn't he transported to a world where there's power fantasies and magic, but instead some people are interested in reading old doujins back in the day, adult books and stuff. Now, the thing about this anime is that it makes you cringe, but for some reason, it has something behind the scenes that intrigues you in a way. The lore of the world, some of the scenes that do happen. Despite it being cringy, for some reason it has some very good scenes in it. When it does focus on those scenes, it's really good. And plus, the comedy is funny. Apparently the studio didn't have much of a budget, so it did whatever it can to make this show fun. With bad CGI, and of course, even some weird animation processes. Not to mention the RPG style that they try to do from every now and then, which I've always enjoyed. And it's when it does it very well, from 3D to 2D, the side scrollers, it does it all to impress the viewer. And I look forward to those, especially at towards the end. We see the CGI, the RPG sprites doing their thing at the end. It's always nice to watch. I enjoy those the most. Now, Yukika, I think that's his name. He wants to live a normal life in his village, just away from God. But it seems like no matter what he does, gods are going to follow him. Whether it's the one that he knows or his ones who are imitating God. Either way, there's a lot of secrets behind this empire. This empire, for some reason, has this emperor, of course, and he gave out these very specific rules where people just die on and on. Not just die, but they have a scheduled time. No one's in love. There's families, but they're not really families. It's like it's more of a required thing. Everyone lives like a hive, a one single thought hive. When they're inside the kingdom, but outside the kingdom, everyone's exiled. Everyone has freedom. In a way, it shows the sins of humanity. Those who kept their hearts and their emotions, so they can be pervy, they can be corrupted, silly, all those things. But they're nothing like the people from inside the kingdom, where they're just drones, dolls. You want to line up one day and say, okay, everyone, I need you, and you line up and to start to die. Drink this, and you'll die. And then that's what happens. They just, without question, they don't care that they die. And then I guess it's some type of way to keep the population steady or something. But either way, this show is funny. It's really funny. It really focuses on its comedy, very arrow pervy comedy, but it's still hilarious to me in some ways. Some characters go over the top, but it's just the way they execute it is nice, in my opinion. Anime News Network have been reviewing this anime for some reason, and the reviewers seem to having a very bad time reviewing this anime. It seems like they're being tortured when they're reviewing this anime. Like, oh god, I can't stand it. The show is meaningless. It's just pointless. It's hopeless. If you can't stand this anime so badly, just drop the anime and review Sacrificial Princess. No one's talking about that, and that sucks. Which another video I need to talk about. But yes, I would recommend you guys watch this. I've been trying to find a way to read this, but apparently no one translated this yet, and it sucks. So I gotta wait until now that the anime's out. People will probably think about picking this up and translating it. I have it on my bookmarks, but not even one chapter is out for me to read. Sucks. Well, anyways, I do recommend watching this. If you're looking for something to watch on the side to make you cringe, to go, wow, they did not just do that, or this is so bad that it's good kind of animes, Kamikatsu is definitely the one for you. Go give it a try. Trust me, you'll like it, or you'll cringe, but you'll cringe the good way. Good way. If there's a good way to cringe, I don't know. Apparently I did it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox. I'm Anime. Signing out.